after dental school, there's life after being a dental student, right? And some people
Yeah.
choose to go into and do an advanced training in general dentistry or a specialty as well. Stay tuned as we talk to a D4 that's just graduated. Well, he's not a D4 anymore, but he just graduated, and he's going to be talking about life after dental school by doing a residency. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Dr. Darwin, a new dentist coach with another episode of Ask Dr. Darwin on the New Dentist Podcast Show, where we talk about getting into dental school, surviving dental school, getting into residency, and life as a new dentist. Guys, be sure that you are continuing to share these episodes and this content with friends and colleagues. Make sure you're commenting down below. Make sure you're supporting the channel. All right. You can support the channel by subscribing, but also sharing the information and also joining in our membership. And also you can send some cash apps so that we are able to continue to use the resources that produce these episodes on a weekly basis. Also, this episode of Ask Dr. Darwin is being brought to you by GetIntoDentalResidency.com, right here down below. GetIntoDentalResidency.com, the ultimate resource to help you get your application together, get you prepared for the interview so that you get the ultimate goal that you're looking for, which is getting to residency to become a board certified specialist or an advanced trained dentist. For more details, go to the link down below, okay? Today we're going to talk to a new grad who's continuing his education and his advancements by doing a residency. Today we're joined with Dr. Julian Jones. How you doing, man?
Good, Doc. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, man. So before we get started, share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, so people that are meeting you for the first time can know who they're talking to, who they're hearing from today.
Okay. Well, I'm Dr. Julian Jones. Born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. Got my undergrad from Arkansas State University there. I was a member of the football team. We won 3 conference championships. Got a chance to play in the NFL for a little bit. I played for the Atlanta Falcons back in 2014. Played in the CFL with the Montreal Alouettes in the year after that, 2015. Uh, Taught school the Memphis City area for a little bit, and I went to dental school at Meharry Medical College as a non-traditional student. And now I'm here, about to start my residency in Matthew Walker in Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, congratulations again, man. Class of 2024. That's a big accomplishment, man. Big accomplishment. And it sounds like you get ready to do some more here. Gonna continue this advanced dental education by doing a residency. So that's what we're going to talk about today. You had your 3 interviews, and then there's a process that's called ranking and matching programs, right? Where you have to put down, of these 3 programs that you had interviews at, which program you're going to make number 1, number 2, number 3. So you don't necessarily have to tell us which programs that you ranked, but how did you get to your number 1? How did you get to your number 2 and number 3? What was the process that you used to help you rank those programs, especially after the interviews? Because as we talk about all the time, before the interview, you can have your rank list or your order of which one is your top choice, and then you can get to the interview, and that number 1 can go to number 3, and number 3 can go to number 2, and number 2 can go to number 1, just based on what happens in the interview. So tell us if there was anything that happened to you that is similar, and just overall, based on the interview that you had, after the interview, what did you do to kind of solidify, all right, this program is number 1, number 2, number 3?
It I could solidify that all of my ranking process based on, like you said, after the interview. It was solely off of, did they really have what I was looking for? And if so, how did they make me feel as a candidate? Because I was in my interviews based on, and everybody sees your profile, everybody sees your application. Okay, and I asked, what about my application could I have made like better? Because I'm always looking to see, okay, how can you improve on something? Like, yeah, you might have done something great, but it's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. It's 1,000 ways that you can get better. And based off the feedback and to see if they can give me something I could actually work on, and it was like legit, or they gave me something where it kind of felt like, well, your interview number 537, and which is gonna give you something like general. But for the most part, I would say all three of my interviews kind of made me feel like basically a part of the family. But what sold me on the residency I chose was um, connections. The person who was interviewing me was a graduate from Meharry, and I felt like that interviewer was pretty much giving me the honest truth. It was like there was a lot of transparency that, and I'm a person who transparency is a big factor for me, because I feel like if you let me know what I'm walking into, I like the fact that you're honest with me, and the fact that you was honest with me and allowed me to say, hey, yeah, we give you this and this. We might not have this what you're looking for, but I do know a few people to where you can kind of go and get this what you're looking for in your spare time, because you have a lot of time in residency where you're not just seeing patients, where you have time to do like enrichment classes and things like that. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. This is what stood out and why I made this residency my number one.
That's key. You have to have a why with regards to each of these programs that you're applying to, and then see if that same why is enhanced after the interview or during the interview, or if it's decreased. And that's usually the place that you want to go, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure when you rank your positions, programs, when you rank the programs in your positions, you want to make sure that if number one is the number one and that's where you get to go, that you definitely want to be there. So very key. Well, now let's be there as far as be there with you with the program that you're going to be going to. So share with us where you ended up matching for residency. And we want to hear a little bit about some of the strengths and some of the things about this GPR program that you're going to be going to that excites you the most.
Okay. I actually chose an AAGV, and
okay.
One thing I loved about it, well, like the strengths about it was like I have all the opportunity to work with like the updated equipment. When I was in Meharry, we the class afterwards got to experience like using like a scanner, or like well, we had a
3D?
CAD/CAM machine, things like that, 3D scanner. And
yeah.
so my class was the class that missed 3D printing for like and things like that. But the AEG that I'm going to, they have it. They have, like I said, everything from like 3D printing, like dentures to crowns and things like that. You know how you do a CAD/CAM machine, but you have both options. You have an opportunity to also work with directly with the primary care physician for these patients, because we're all in the same building. So I love the aspect of it, because medically compromised patients is like something that I kind of like wanted to do, because listen, growing up in Memphis and the shadowing I was doing, I saw a lot of those medically compromised patients. And in school, it's a certain threshold that they will only allow us to work with, because if the patient blood pressure was too high, or if they were too far gone, and I don't know, like maybe the diabetes wasn't like an optimal level, you couldn't really work on, because it's a risk. And then you're students, you don't really have that expertise like a person who's been 5, 10, 15 years in the field doing. But like I said, my AAG allows me the opportunity to kind of get better in that field. And like I said, we don't have like CE courses. We do have a lot of enrichment. We don't actually place implants there, but have a chance to work with the local VA in order to do that, because of the connections that we had through the school. So it's like I said, they might not have everything that I wanted in the building. Like I said, that was the only downfall, was that they didn't have everything in the building. But the positive was that they allowed me the opportunity to do so. And I look at it like it's just like being in school. If you're one of those go-getters, if you're one of those people who like wants to invest in yourself by picking up these skills, the opportunity is there. You might not have the energy to do so all the time, but the opportunity to do so is there. So I love the fact that they granted me the opportunity, even though it wasn't directly in the building, to where from my 8 to 5 every day, I wouldn't be able to see it. But once I got out of there, to kind of like go and actually be with a doctor who does work at the AGD. This is what I do on Friday, basically on Thursday, Friday, Saturday when I'm not at the building. And you're more than welcome because I want to say on Fridays we get out like not early, but it's typically like by 12. So I have the rest of my afternoon to kind of not even shadow. I can work with him. I can actually help him place these inputs. So I don't know you ask for like positive and negative, but that's essentially why I went with them because what I thought was a negative, they gave me the opportunity and then they turned that negative into a positive. So it's literally everything I was looking for. So I had to say it like this, but it was kind of gift wrap for me.
Yeah. And again, everybody's why is going to be different. But once you pinpoint your why and you talk about it in your interview and it's demonstrated that this program has this why for you, you jump all in. And now you're going to have the opportunity to belly flop, cannonball, jump right on in. And I would tell you, jump in, look for extra opportunities, volunteer, maybe on the weekends if there's an opportunity to work on the weekends, because you don't know which experience or what part of the experience may be a game changer for you that propels you to the next level after residency, right? So that's great. And again, for those of you that are listening, what's the name of the AGD program you're going to?
It's Matthew Walker in Nashville, Tennessee.
Matthew Walker. Is it a FQHC, the Federally Qualified Health Center?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Good. So shout out to the folks over at Matthew Walker, the AGD program, and selecting Dr. Jones, and Dr. Jones selecting the program too, right? Because that was the thing that really gave you insight, the transparency and everything that they had at the program that made you rank it very high on your list. So that's great, man. Congratulations. Nashville. So you're staying in Nashville for at least another year, right?
Yes, sir. For another year.
That's what's up. What's the best way for people to contact you if they have questions or they just want to reach out to you?
You can contact me at Dr. J Jones 901 at gmail.com, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. I know everybody's big on social media now. I have a Instagram page, Dr. Jones BDS, or He Who Achieves on Instagram. And I pretty much respond to all my DMs. The best way to contact me, though, would probably be to email me. But other than that, like I said, if you have any questions, anything like that, I'm an open book. I feel I'm not a gatekeeper. I feel like when you're in this profession, it's on you to make sure you bring more people into the fold, because it's already hard enough to become a dentist or to become a doctor in general. So, any way I can help, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah. And just repeat that email address again.
It's Dr. J Jones 901 at gmail.com.
Awesome. So again,
so DrJJONES 901 at gmail.com.
Sounds good, Doc. Hey, we appreciate you and congratulations. Congratulations for this next phase of your professional development and your career, and also most importantly, your life, right?
Yes,
and very helpful, some great tips, and thanks for sharing your journey into residency. Now, and gals, we want you to share something else, which is this video that you're getting ready to watch right now. Go to the next video. Go to the next video right now. Go.